Same behavior he used on you became her reality. The first time she called, nobody expected it. Not because she was a stranger, but because she was the woman he chose after leaving you. For months, people had compared the two of you. They said she was prettier, more exciting, more understanding. They said he looked happier with her than he ever looked with you. He you heard all the stories. You heard about the expensive dinner, the social media photos, the gifts, and the vacation. And for a while, you question yourself. Maybe you were the problem. Maybe you asked for too much. Maybe you weren't enough. That is what heartbreak does. It makes you carry the blame that was never yours. But there was something nobody knew. The problem in your relationship never started because of you. They started because of him. When things were good, he was loving. When things became difficult, he disappeared emotionally. When you needed answers, he gave silence. When you raised concern, he called you dramatic. When he made mistake, he found a way to make you apologize. You spent years trying to fix problems that you didn't create. You kept telling yourself that if you loved him harder, communicated better, became more patient, things would change. They never did. Then one day he left, not after a fight, not after a major argument. He simply stopped trying. A few weeks later, everyone knew there was another woman. The same woman who was now calling. Her voice was shaking. At first, you thought she was calling to brag. Instead, she said something you never expected. I think I owe you an apology. You stayed silent. Then she continued. I didn't believe you. You still didn't understand. She took a deep breath. He did he is doing the same thing to me. The room suddenly felt smaller. Not because you were happy, not because you felt victorious, but because every painful memory came rushing back. She told you how he's disappeared whenever serious conversation came up, how he ignored messages for days, how every disagreement somehow became her fault, how he promised change but never followed through, how he made her feel guilty for asking for a basic respect. Sentence after sentence sounded familiar, like someone was reading pages for you from your old life. Then she said something that broke your heart. I spent so much time judging you. You closed your eyes because you remembered the whispers, the people who said you were difficult, the friends who believed his version of the event, the relative who said he deserved better, the woman on the phone had believed all of it. Now she was living it. The same confession, the same emotional exhaustion, the same sleepless night, the same feelings of walking into eggshells. What hurt the most was that she genuinely thought she was different. She believed she would be treated better. Maybe people do. Many people do. When everyone leaves one relationship and immediately starts another, the new person often believes the old partner was the problem until reality arrives. A different person can fix a chapter, a character's problem. A new relationship cannot repair habits someone refused to change. The location changes, the face change, but the behavior follows. That call lasted almost 2 hours. She cried, not because she lost him, but because she finally understood what you went through. For the first time in years, somebody believed you, not because you defended yourself, not because you gathered evidence, not because you argued your case. They believed you because they experienced it themselves. And after the call ended, you sat quietly. You expected to feel satisfied, instead, you felt peace. a strange kind of peace, the kind that comes when you finally stop carrying a burden that was never yours. You realized something important. You had spent years wishing people would understand your side, years wishing they would see the truth, years hoping someone would admit you were not the villain. But life had already handled it for you without your revenge, without your explanation, without your anger. The truth found its own voice. And sometimes that is exactly how life works. The people who dismiss your pain today may understand it tomorrow. The people who judge your story today may eventually leave a chapter that teaches them empathy. Not because you wished harm to them, not but because some lessons cannot be taught, they have to be experienced. If you are watching this and somehow made you feel like you were the problem of expecting honesty, respect, and consistency, hear this carefully. Not every failed relationship means you failed. Sometimes you were carrying the weight of someone else's behavior, and one day the same behavior they blamed on you will reveal itself on someone else. When the day comes, you won't need revenge. You won't need validation. You won't even need explaining anything. The truth will simply speak itself. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, please subscribe. Click on the notification button, like and share. God bless you.